quit your job and buy a one-way ticket out of here. My name's Monica, and I did just quit my job and bought a one-way ticket out of here. Today's vlog is really more like a journal entry. I wanted to discuss how I've been feeling, what brought me to this decision, and maybe inspire others to live a little bit on the edge and take a step outside of their usual day-to-day lives. So a couple of weeks ago, I resigned from my job. I did it because I was just really seeking a place of freedom, or craving freedom, I should really say. And also I wasn't really being stimulated or enjoying my job that much. And I have been really wanting to go traveling for a few years now. I actually went traveling last year for 8 months, and I think it just further, I thought it would maybe calm my traveling bug down, but it actually just increased it tenfold. And so when I came back, one of the things I realized immediately is as soon as I came back from 8 months of traveling Latin America, it felt like it was all a dream. And everything was exactly back to normal. Everyone was doing the exact same thing, and it was a little bit depressing. But 3 months ago, I started a new job within the same industry, and I just felt like I was living like the same circuit of events. I was doing the same thing. I was maybe earning a little bit more money, but doing the same thing. And though I could see myself growing strongly within that company, I think ultimately I like the passion for it all. So as I enter into my 30s this year, I really want to start focusing on things that bring me joy, things that help me become more connected to myself and the people around me. And I think travel is one of the best ways to do that. So at the same time that I resigned, I actually bought a one-way ticket to Singapore with the aspiration of traveling 4 to 5 months around Asia, mainly the western side of Asia and the southeast of Asia. And the first half will be solo, and in the second half my partner will be joining me, so it'll be a lot of fun. And today's vlog will really just be dissecting what my vague plan for that trip, but also to talk about how I came to this decision as well. So let's get to it. So to illustrate my travels, I thought I'd use Google Earth. So we're starting off in Melbourne, since that's where I'm based at the moment. And my first stop is Singapore. Singapore's fairly small, so I've decided only to be there for 4 days before I head off and explore Sri Lanka. I plan to go to Sri Lanka because I've heard that it's the best place to learn how to surf, and I've always wanted to get better at surfing. So I've booked myself a 7-day surf retreat before flying off to the lovely neighbor of India. India is a pretty huge country, so I have to figure out where I'm going to prioritize my time. But I'm sure wherever I go, it will be an adventure. From India, we'll head off to Nepal, which is where I will be meeting my partner. In Nepal, of course, we'll be planning some hikes before flying off into Thailand. Thailand, I actually have visited before. This is the one country that I have been previously. And from Thailand, we'll head off to Cambodia before entering into Laos and finishing our trip off in Vietnam. From Vietnam, we'll fly back home to Melbourne, and that will be the end of our trip, 4 to 5 months. The exact time frames and durations in each country I haven't determined yet, but I think we'll just go with the flow. So I started working when I was 14, and I think that all came from watching my mum work so hard. She was working across 3 jobs, supporting 2 children, and I wanted to do something to support her, or at least let her know she didn't have to worry too much about me. I started working in hospitality. I started in the kitchen, and then I ended up in the front of house, and I really grew my career. I even went into management, and I thought I was going to become a restaurant owner at some stage. I even went to school for it, but I think I realized that hospitality is a little bit intense in the sense of it doesn't give any work-life balance, and it's purely driven from passion. And so when I moved to Australia, I wanted to take a bit of a career change, and I went into recruitment. And I learned a lot doing recruitment, and it was a lot of fun, and I met lots of cool people doing it. But once again, though I had a bit more work-life balance, I just wasn't really passionate about the work that I was doing. Now that I'm entering my 30s, my most valuable asset is my time. So whatever I put my time towards is something that I want to bring back joy, or I guess feel fulfilling to me. And so I thought, I've spent almost 4 years in recruitment. I don't think it's for me, and I need to try something new and change it up. And travel has been something that's always been an interest of mine. And that probably comes from my parents. My parents were big travelers before they met. And before settling down, they traveled across the globe. My father in particular always encouraged me to travel. I distinctly remember him saying that what you know is just a fragment of what the world actually is. And with that, he's always encouraged my curiosity and exploration of new places that I haven't been before. And he does that through lived life experience as well. He's always traveling to a new country and wanting to visit places he's never been. So I can tell I'm my father's daughter. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. So I've always been a really hard worker and had a really strong work ethic, and I always wanted to build myself up financially so that I could be financially secure and not have to worry about it and have freedom, blah, 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 which I think it's not a bad way to think, and I actually think it is good to build financial freedom. But through doing that, I spent the most youthful and freeing years of my life working incredibly hard. And now I'm still in a really free time of my life. My family is healthy. I don't have children. I'm luckily financially quite secure. I'm personally quite healthy. I don't have any issues. And who knows how long I'll be in this space. So I really need to take advantage of it and not take it for granted, and do anything and everything that I can, which has sparked my desire to go traveling for 4 to 5 months. I think it's really easy to get stuck in this circle of work, earn money, save, build your assets, which is important, but it's equally important to experience life and create memories and to provide a positive presence for the people that you choose to have in your life, but also for the people who choose to have you in their life. And I definitely think I can be better at that. And the more I learn about different people and different countries, the more connected I feel to myself, and therefore connected to others as well. So I hope, if anything, this video helps you think of how you can change things up in your life. And it doesn't have to be as dramatic as quitting your job or buying a one-way ticket, but even if it's just changing something in your daily routine, taking a new route to work, or trying a new restaurant you've never tried before. Nothing new comes from stagnant living, where you're doing the same thing every day. So if you're feeling a little bit underwhelmed or demotivated, wanting to see change in your life, change just comes from change. So that's my philosophical quote for you for this clip. Also, this is a bit of an introduction video because I hope to take you along on this trip with me and showcase some of these countries that I'll be visiting, obviously from my perspective. If you've been feeling a bit stuck and not sure of what to do, then I hope this video gives you a bit of comfort, and to let you know that I also feel stuck and don't know what to do, but it's okay. And I believe that if you believe in yourself, then you'll be able to achieve anything. Maybe start with a question: what's something you've always wanted to do but been afraid to do? Start there. All the best, good luck, and see you in the next one. Bye.